All right. How's it going, everyone? What is going on? I am actually on time today. I might have gotten this thing to start exactly at 6:30 on the dot. Turning over new leaves apparently around these parts, and with that, just jump right in. You know, we always know what time it is. We are forever looking for this Tepig. This hunt is it's taken a while. Yeah, we're not at odds yet, but due to the very slow nature at which I move at anything, and the fact that these resets do take a minute to get going, we're about 4 months in on this hunt, and we are still looking for the shiny pig. Still looking. Can the first two of the night bring us something crazy? No, they cannot. But that is to be expected. Not anything out of the ordinary, out of the sorts. Get those encounters thrown off. Get us good and ready, moving along on this nice beautiful Monday. Haven't streamed on a Monday in a hot minute. I was stream schedule normally that I had figured out was that we'd be streaming Sunday mornings and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Well, streaming on the weekends is just tough because I feel like I'm always got something going on, always run around trying to get something done, something figured out, and so trying to fit in time for a stream on Sundays was just getting kind of tough and just kind of not working for me. So we decided, I decided, I'm the one in charge of the schedule around here. I do not have a manager dictating when I do my thing here. That is all up to me. I decided, you know what, no more Sundays. We're gonna go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with the streams. See how well I can hold up with that. Not gonna lie, I can be known to be a tiny little tad bit lazy from here, there, So 3 days in a row, see how well I can pull that off. Sometimes I do get a little tired and I'm like, I just want to relax actually. So we'll see how that works out, but we're gonna do it at least this week, if anything else. But yeah, we'll try and persevere. We'll do Monday, Wednesday are gonna be good old Tepig, always grinding for that Tepig, and then Tuesday we're gonna do Emerald Sea Glass from now on. And instead of switching it up, we're like, Tuesday or Friday we're doing Emerald Sea Glass and it like bounces back and forth. We're just purely doing that on Tuesdays now. Fridays are always going to be, if I can press the button on my dang DS, what is going on? Fridays are always going to be shiny hunting. I feel like late night Friday shiny hunting streams are just a really good time. They're really fun. I really enjoy kicking back on those Friday afternoons shiny hunting, doing a little bit different, switching it up from the Tepig hunt. Sometimes we do Tepig as well on Fridays, but that is very rarely. It's really just how I'm feeling. If I'm just like, okay, I am damn ready to get this pig, we might do a Friday Tepig hunt. But generally, it's gonna be like Soul Silver starters, maybe the level 100 Magikarp. It's a fun hunt, and it would be very cool to actually fish up that level 100 shiny, but it's also so incredibly rare. It's kind of a waste of time in a sense. Not that we are on any kind of timer other than the fact that like I want to complete this shiny living dex before I die. So there is that. So yeah, picking up the Magikarp hunt here, there might be something we do. I don't know. But is that all I really have? I guess I do have Platinum Cute Charm Glitch hunting, which is what we did this past Thursday. We did our Halloween themed Platinum Cute Charm Glitch hunt, which was interesting. That one went a little differently than expected, especially because I last minute decided to throw in a little Giratina hunt with the Halloween Cute Charm Glitch hunting. So we were trying to do random encounters to get like Gengar, Sableye, other ghosty dark types, Sneasel, the works. At the same time, I was trying to soft reset for Giratina, so I was a little all over the place with that stream, trying to get my my bearings on how to do a whole random encounter stream while also soft resetting. So we managed to get in a good 250 soft resets on Giratina, which is about how a good pace for this Tepig hunt, where we can get 250 encounters. So it kind of goes to show you how slow this Tepig hunt is, that with 2 DSs, I'm only getting like roughly 200 to 250 encounters per stream. But with the Giratina hunt, with only one DS, I still managed to get out 250 encounters. And that was with me being severely distracted by the other game, trying to run around in circles and fly to new locations and do this, that, and the other. So this hunt is quite a tedious one. It is quite tedious indeed. Hopefully a lot of our soft reset hunts moving forward after this one will be a lot more streamlined, take a lot less time to get through the encounters. I did kind of pick up a new preferred camera ambiance in that Halloween stream, because obviously it's Halloween. So I made my room darker, put on orange lights behind me, and throughout the stream I kept looking at my camera and I was like, you know what, I actually kind of prefer the way it looks for the darker camera tone. So that's what we're doing here today. I took away one light. I have a desk light over here that I was using for lighting and don't have that on, and then my ring lights I turned down the brightness a fair bit. And so yeah, the background is a lot darker now, but I feel like I'm still pretty well illuminated on the screen. Oh, gotta actually click the button. That would be useful. Man, why I cannot seem to click the left A button. I'm seeming to have issues getting that input to actually read out. I swear, I'm by the end of this week, I am definitely 100% going to be ordering the wireless receivers to install into my classic DSs. I'm 100% going to be doing that so that I can have a central controller for all the games, you know, as they're going. And then I'm not sure if I'm just going to install that wireless receiver first and then we kind of tweak the stream and layout accordingly to that, or if I'll wait to implement that once we get the capture cards installed. We'll see. It all really depend on the money situation, how spending is looking on the month. Really, I mean, it'll depend on how much those wireless receivers cost, and then how much between the wireless receivers and getting the capture cards. I mean, that's going to be a pretty penny for 4 DSs. On top of that, I might have to be paying for a plane ticket this month, so we'll see. Unfortunately, life just there's always some kind of expense popping up. There's always something pulling your money away from you. And then if you're like me, you also make impulse purchases on a wide variety of Pokemon related memorabilia and trading cards. Also on the day, I decided today to use our copy of White 2, our Japanese copy of White 2 over here on the left. I had normally been rocking with just the black 2s, you know, English and Japanese, but I thought today we'll switch it up and we'll do White 2 in the left DS and we'll do our regular old Crut, what up, how's it going? Yep, gotta believe every day, just pour all the heart and soul into belief that I can. And oh man, my nose just started burning. Good lord. Oh man, what just happened there? Goodness. Ooh, on fire. Shoosh. Just got to keep believing, and one day that belief will be paid off, and it'll be a glorious day. Glorious indeed. Yeah, I feel you there. I feel you there 100%. I feel like I'm constantly trying to sort out life. Constantly working to get things situated and get things in place that'll work best for me. DK, how's it going? What up, what up? Today has to be the day. 100%. There's no reason to believe otherwise. It's always the day. Even when it's not, it's always the day. Storms coming. There's a, is it like a tropical storm coming in through the Gulf? Or I haven't heard about anything. Another hurricane coming through. So much going on in the US with election news that hardly anything is being talked about other than the election. So tropical storm, gotcha. Well, hope all is good for y'all there. Hope everything's safe. Nothing too hopefully nothing too crazy. I am ready for this election to be over. I'm ready to get my football weekends back. I am tired of watching football and every commercial break is 5 political ads and then one, just regular commercial ad for something. I'm ready to I'm tired of all of it. I'm like, I want my football weekends back. I'm tired of it being interrupted by this nonsense. I am ready to move on from all this. Yeah, basically. That's how I felt for a while now. It's like it's just choosing who seems to suck the least is what it really feels like. Ooh, 72. That would have been a great number to get a shiny one right there. That's a really satisfying number. 72. Yeah, I mean, I voted here for every presidential election. I've never done like a midterm election or voting before. I probably should, but it's just it becomes all too much. There's already so much to keep track of to begin with. It's like, yeah, I know it's every 2 years or whatever. It's like not that often, but still. With so much swirling around every day trying to get situated, it's like, it's tough. Oh, we got the double female encounter. What up? Let's go. Always got to celebrate that because it is the rarest thing we've ever seen while doing this. Nothing beyond the double 12.5%. I can hear Ryder out in the living room whining, trying to get in here. I think Emily's doing her hair tonight before the work week, or before her work week on the job. She gets to work from home on Mondays as well, but she unfortunately has to go in the rest of the week. So she's doing her hair, and I think Ryder is he's grumpy and pouting because he wants to be in here. I should probably just go let him in, but I don't feel like moving. I don't feel like getting up. I'm kind of in a good spot. I don't really feel like changing it. It feels so late right now. Like it's only 6:45 p.m. and it feels like it's freaking 9 o'clock. It just feels so late since we turned the clocks back this weekend. I'll never understand daylight savings time. Now it's not even 7 p.m. and it's pitch black dark outside. Like, it is just not bueno. It's like the one thing I don't like about the winter months is how dark it gets. I love everything else. I love the temperature. I love the lack of bugs. Shiny Celebi, what up, what up? How's it going? Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, the colder weather. I'm a big hoodie person. Love me my hoodies. And then, yeah, the lack of bugs, or the lesser number of bugs, is real nice during the winter. What else? I guess the holidays are nice. I mean, Christmas is cool. Thanksgiving is, Thanksgiving's whatever. Not really. Thanksgiving's fine. I feel like I need to just go let Ryder in here. I keep hearing him whimper and moan out there, being a little stinger butt. So we'll check these two out. Nothing rocking. Let me go grab Ryder and I'll be right back. Yes. You just had to come in here, didn't you? You were just out there winding up a storm. You had to come say hi. You were like, I'm bored. Someone come entertain me. And so here you are. You're saying hello. You look so uncomfortable. Oh, and there's the other one. Ryder, don't do that. Come on, y'all calm down. Ryder's over here trying to jump on Leo. What a surprise. Just a normal everyday thing for them. Always trying to assert their dominance over the other. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. It struggled. Man, I'm sorry about that. How many, do you know like how long or how many resets you were at once you got the Latios? That is heartbreaking. I can only hope that never happens during, I mean, it's going to at some point. Took you about, ooh, okay, so tiny bit under odds, but still, that's a pretty solid hunt to sit on through just to have it struggle to death. That's, yeah. My heart goes out to you on that one. Like I said, hopefully we can maybe avoid that here. I'm going to try and stock up on as many Master Balls as I can for any of the tougher catches. But obviously, there are more tough catches than there are Master Balls in the game, so cannot guarantee anything. Ryder, you came in here for 5 seconds and now you're about to leave again? He said, "You're boring. I'm getting out of here." What's he doing down there? I don't even think y'all can really see him. He's sniffing around my stuff. Oh, there he is. He's normally not the one to investigate things. That's normally Leo. But he is, oh, speaking of the devil, there he is. Are you in here to investigate as well? I did put the giant Gengar Squishmallows on the floor now, so they haven't really been in here since I did that, so they're probably wanting to sniff that thing up. Okay, Ryder. No, Ryder, no. Don't get in all the cords. No, sir. I've done some cable management here there to try and get cords out of the way, but they're not all out of the way. I do not want him getting stuck and knocking over anything, which he has almost done a number of times on me. Where'd you go? Oh, he's underneath me. He is so dramatic. Like, Ryder is so dramatic. Leo is, he's like the, he's the whiny, I mean, they both whine, but his is like the sad, like pitiful puppy dog, like take pity on me whine. Ryder is like the sassy, you know, it's almost like a sigh, like a huff and a puff. It's like it's like an annoyed whine, you know. Leo gets the little high pitch, you know, take pity on me. Ryder's down there like, can you just like shut up? You're bothering me. Just lets out the little grunt, just they're such characters. Yep. I guess you were trying to avoid using the Master Ball the first time, wanting to save it for something else. I get that. Were you doing like the static encounter for it? I imagine so, because I forget how that goes with Latios and Heart Gold Soul Silver. I've never done it personally myself, but I've seen it like talked about. You get like one of them as a static encounter, right? But then the other becomes a roamer, but then there's something you can do to make it a non-roamer. Something like that. I don't remember exactly how it goes. Enigma Stone event. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I'm really glad there are a lot of legendaries in this game that I can soft reset hunt for with the shiny charm in place. So like the Lotties, the Lake Trio, Cresselia, the Reggies, Swords of Justice. There are thankfully a lot of legendaries that I can get in this game. I think, is that all of them? Lotties, Lake Trio, Reggies, Swords of Justice. I mean, yeah. Technically, very technically, the box arts, Reshiram and Zekrom, if you can remove the shiny lock, but I guess what, Kyurem, the Gene, no, actually you can't do the genies in this game. Genies are Black and white exclusive, unfortunately. That was kind of annoying. Or at least Thundurus and Tornadus. I've never tried to see if the Landorus event works in this game. I've done it very recently in regular Black and White, where I got a Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus to transfer up to these games so I can eventually get the full National Dex and get the Shiny Charm. But trying to think, yeah, I would think that if you take a Tornadus and Thundurus to the Abundant Shrine in these games, you can still trigger the Landorus event. I would think so, but I mean, you never know. They might take it out because technically those Pokemon are not available in this game. And then what else? I think that's all the legendaries I can really get. Unfortunately, Mewtwo is not in this game. The legendary birds are not in this game. The dogs are not in this game. Or I guess they're cats, actually. The beasts, I should say. The beasts are not in this game. Ho-Oh-Lugia, not in this game. Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, not here. Like I said, the Regis and the Lotties are. Yeah, that's all from Gen 3. I'm not including mythicals in this, like Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, all those. Not including that in this list I'm throwing off here. And then it's kind of surprising that the Lake Trio and Cresselia are in this game, because they're just a generation removed. Like, they were in Generation 4, so it's kind of interesting that they brought them back into Generation 5. They typically, you know, try and wait a little bit of time when the legendaries become a bit older, so it makes more sense that, like, okay, you probably realistically wouldn't have those games to get the legendaries, so you can now get them in this game. But I would, well, considering how these games sold compared to Generation 4, well, I guess then whoever did buy these games most likely also had Generation 4, so it is a little interesting that they put the Lake Trio and Cresselia in this game. The Regis, you kind of get it, you know, which I think the Regis are also in. I believe the Regis are also in Generation 4. That's really interesting. They put them in Gen 3. They're in Gen 4 because, I mean, how else can you get Regigigas? Well, actually, I'm trying to remember. Isn't there like a weird thing in Generation 4 where you need Regigigas to get the Regis, but then you need the Regis to get Regigigas? Something like that. It's like this weird backwards thing where it's like you really need the Regis from Generation 3 transferred up to Gen 4 to get Regigigas, because while they are available in Generation 4, you can't actually get them without Regigigas. Yo, what up, what up? Gonfly, what's up? Yeah, something weird like that, but the Regis are in Generation 4 and Generation 5, so I guess they are a very common legendary group. I'm just rambling on about what legendary Pokemon are available in what games, and I was just thinking about the fact that the Regis are in Generations 3, 4, and 5, but I thought I remember there being some weird interaction in Generation 4 where you can only get the Regis if you have Regigigas, but then vice versa, you can only get Regigigas if you have the Regis. I thought I remembered something like that because I thought I remembered hearing about it and being like, what sense does that make? You can't get one without the other, but it's like, how do you get any of them without transferring up Pokemon from previous generation? But I don't know. I could be mistaken. There probably is a way to get the Regis in Gen 4 without Regigigas, and I'm just mistaken. I can only imagine, but all right, so we got 2 encounters right here that'll take us to 7,300. Gotta love that. We'll check out this one right here first. Not a shiny, but our little female lady over here, are you a shiny for us? Finally. That would be a no. Yeah, probably very likely. Those Generation 4 distribution events were quite all over the place. And we got some, and then we didn't get others, and some were exclusive to Japan, and then, yeah. Old school distribution events were quite something. Which is probably why the no mythicals rule in VGC is still in place to this day. Because, like, obviously nowadays, it's pretty simple to get a mythical. I guess, you know, if the event for that mythical expires before you get the game, then yeah, it'd be kind of sucky for a mythical to be like some really prominent VGC meta Pokemon, and then it's like, well, I can't even use it because I wasn't able to get it. But definitely back in the day when distribution events were even tougher to acquire, I can understand why, you know, Mew was never made competitively viable, because how many people actually were able to go get that Mew? Really, no one. They outside of Japan, they didn't really ever do Mew distributions for a while. I remember being a young little lad hearing about the Deoxys event and wanting to somehow go do it or whatever, like get the what's it called? It's not the Eon ticket. There's some other thing you're given to take you to Birth Island. Don't remember what it's called, but I remember wanting to do it, and my mom was like, "No, we can't. That's like we had to drive like 3-something hours to go somewhere where it was actually being distributed." Or hey, it was just not readily available, and so it was like, "Nope, sorry, can't go do it." I was like, okay, well, that's that's terrific. I think I remember seeing an ad or something in a magazine and being like, oh, that's so cool. I want to get this cool looking Deoxys Pokemon. And I was like, sorry, little bud, you don't live in the right area. Yeah, I remember in elementary school, at least everyone I knew of, I was the only person who had a Jirachi, because very few people I knew in elementary school got Pokemon Coliseum and even like did the whole Jirachi distribute. Like, I remember being the only kid that I knew in elementary school that had a Jirachi in Generation 3. Which that was a much more widely available distribution if you got Coliseum, but a lot of people did not. So I remember thinking I was big shit. That's not a saying. that's not a saying. Yeah. But that was pretty cool. Grabbing the Jirachi off of that. I remember, I mean, I think I still have the whole apparatus with my GameCube now. I had to go out and buy the cables and stuff again, but I could, you know, attach my Game Boy Advance. I was making sure I still had that. I was like, I do have that, right? Yeah. Could attach my Game Boy Advance SP to the GameCube and do stuff like that. Yeah, I there was a time when I was going a lot crazier with my collecting where I was looking into those kind of distribution carts online, wanting to buy some of them, and whew, people ask a pretty penny for those things. They are not cheap if you find someone actually willing to sell a legitimate copy of them. They are not cheap. I remember growing up, my grandparents loved to go to this, what do you call it? Flea market. I was going to call it a farmer's market. Flea market. They liked to go there. They had a little booth that they would sell stuff at, and I would go there with them occasionally. And there was this one guy who had a full-on like gaming store in the flea market set up. You know, it was like one of the more established stores. The little booth my grandparents sold out of, you like back your car up into, and you just put up a table and you sell off that. He had like an official store in the middle of it that was like, you know, air conditioned and closed off and all this stuff. I remember seeing this guy had a Pokemon Crystal version of, you know, for sale, but on the front of it said not for distribution or not for resale. I remember seeing that way back in the day and really wanting it. I was like, oh, that's so cool. But then even, you know, back then he wanted like $100 for it, which by today's standards would be a steal. I'm sure. I haven't looked at it in a minute, but those copies of games are not cheap now. But he had a not for resale copy of Pokemon Crystal, and I thought it was so cool. I wanted it, but I was like, I don't know, 12, not even 12. I was maybe 10. Like, I was really young, and definitely did not have the money for it. Yeah, they're definitely expensive. I remember years and years back, I stumbled upon this was probably in 2020, if not early 2021. I stumbled upon a listing for, I want to say it wasn't just the cartridge, it was also the box that, like, I'm trying to remember if that's the correct thing. It was a not for resale copy, but it wasn't just the cartridge. There was something else to it. I want to say it was a box that also said like not for resale or something like that on it. And the seller wanted like $1,300 for it. And I had it in my watch list for the longest time because I was like, I convinced myself I was going to try and buy it eventually, but either it's sold or they took the listing down. I don't remember, but I haven't looked into anything like that in a while. The not for resale copy, yeah, they are not cheap. And then I have wanted to recapture, you know, my first introduction to Pokemon was my parents getting me this bundle of a green Game Boy Color with Pokemon Crystal. And I've seen them on eBay occasionally when I've looked into it. They're like open box with the Game Boy and the copy, and people want a pretty good amount of money for them. I've seen a couple that claim to be sealed still. I'm a little skeptical on them. They look like they could be resealed pretty easily, so I've never gone through and bought it. Maybe one day I would just buy like an empty box, because like, one, I don't want to risk a reseal and like spend a bunch of money on it, and also it's really more about just having the physical box itself than actually having the content still and being there. Like, I have a copy of Crystal. I really would just need to pick up a green Game Boy Color, because I unfortunately got rid of my Game Boy Color a while back and I've never picked another one back up. But that is something I've been teetering on wanting to get for a while now, just haven't committed to it. I There's some other really interesting things I've tried to grab over the years in relation to that. Well, I guess when it comes to distribution events, that's what we were kind of talking about before we got on that. I think I still have, I did the distribution events way back in the day for a shiny Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, and I believe I did one for shiny Giratina, Palkia, and Dialga as well. Unfortunately, those events, they were done on, I can't remember if they were Heart Gold, Soul Silver. No, I never had a copy of Heart Gold. They might have been Black 2, White 2, or Black and White. I don't remember exactly, but I definitely remember going to GameStop and doing distribution events for those kind of Pokemon, those shinies. Unfortunately, they are not still on these Generation 5 games. I moved them up to Generation 6, so I'm pretty sure I checked my copy of Omega Ruby where they would be. I'll have to go over that one day. My copy of Omega Ruby is it's something, to say the least. I do not recall where any of these Pokemon that I had, there's like, when I tell you these boxes in my copy of Omega Ruby are chock full of just, again, I don't know where these Pokemon came from. It's been 10 years and I have not given it much thought in 10 years. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit in there. And I'm pretty positive the event legendaries are my legitimate ones from back in the day. I'm pretty sure, but considering the contents of everything else in those PC boxes, I might have hacked them in back then. I don't remember. But yeah, I just started up that copy of Omega Ruby and I was going through the boxes. I was just like, where did all this come from? I do not remember at all. Like, I know I used to do a lot of like free-for-all battles with people I was friends with in the community, and I liked doing competitive battles here, there on the actual, 3DS hardware. And that's where most of the Pokemon are like kind of competitively viable that are in the box. And I don't know how I got them though, because they don't have my trainer ID on them. A lot of them, they have like varying trainer IDs, but they're all mostly similar. And yeah, they seem a little bit generated, if one might say. Okay, that is something I've wanted to get an e-reader for a while now. That is something I've definitely wanted to do, and I think it's something I will need to do for this shiny Living Dex, because I believe I saw on Twitter a while back that a YouTuber named Imablissi created a e-reader card for Jirachi that allows you to shiny hunt for Jirachi in Generation 3, which, as far as I know, would be like the only way I could do that, because Jirachi's one of the few, like, you would have to otherwise just hack in a shiny Jirachi. Like, there's no way to get a legitimate one in these games. I did a lot of chain fishing too, I did. But it was weird, I was looking through my box of Omega Ruby and there was just like, none of the shiny Pokemon I remember hunting for were in there. I don't know what happened to them. What's the best way to shiny hunt in Pokemon Black and White? For the base games, for regular Black and White, it would definitely be the Masuda method. If you can breed a Pokemon, then getting a Pokemon from one region like the US or wherever you're from, Europe, Australia, and getting a Ditto from, like, say, Japan, the Masuda method is the best odds you'll get in base Black and White. In Black 2, White 2, you can get the Shiny Charm, which further increases your odds. But yeah, in base Black and White, the only way to really increase your odds is with the Masuda method. Otherwise, you got to do wild encounter hunts or soft resets. Well, you can get Jirachi with the bonus disc. I was actually talking about that about 10 minutes ago. But yeah, you can get a Jirachi with the bonus disc. It can just never be shiny. So you can't shiny hunt it. You can get one. You can't shiny hunt it though. So to get a shiny Jirachi, you would have to hack it in. The Jirachi that comes out of the Coliseum bonus disc is shiny locked, unfortunately. That might be the earliest shiny lock they ever did on a Pokemon. And unlike the other mythicals throughout generations, you know, 3 through 5, Jirachi's like the only one that doesn't have an encounterable in-game, you know, event. You gotta, from you can encounter it in Emerald with, you know, the old C map, Deoxys. You get something to go to Birth Island to encounter it. Same with Darkrai, you know, Arceus. They all have items that let you go encounter them, and you can shiny hunt them there. They're technically, the items were technically never distributed for a lot of them. But yeah, Jirachi is just the one that, like, there isn't even a encounter for Jirachi in the games. You just really can only get the Coliseum distribution. There might be some other random events, but I think they're also all shiny locked. I was under the impression that it was just shiny locked to, like, always, like, you transferred into your Generation 3 game and it's just always always non-shiny. And yeah, I've heard about the Manaphy, that it's shiny locked on the trainer ID that you put it into initially, but if you trade it to a different game, it's not shiny locked in that. So yeah, I know that about Manaphy, but I believe Jirachi off the Coliseum disc is always shiny locked. Oh, we got another double female encounter. Let's see. Keyboard turned on. Type in Pokemon Coliseum. Jirachi shiny lock. Could have sworn. Interesting. I swear I heard back. I thought I'd heard that the bonus disc was always shiny locked. Interesting. Well, I guess I could shiny hunt the Jirachi that way. I'd have to look into it more, because that is interesting. Because you can also only distribute the Jirachi to, what, one save file at a time or something like that? Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, definitely getting my hands on the bonus disc would be tough. Interesting. All right, well, I guess you learn something new every day. Very, yeah. I do not know where I heard that the... Oh, I was just reading this though, and maybe that's where I got confused. Shiny Jirachi is not competitively legal, but I guess you can. I guess I got the two conflated. I thought because I heard somewhere that Shiny Jirachi is not competitively legal, that meant Shiny Jirachi was unattainable. I guess I must have just. There's apparently a method called the corrupt save method that can be used to hunt for Jirachi in Coliseum that reduces the reset time. Huh. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I'll certainly have to look into that for sure. As something to do for the Shiny Live Index. But also I'm going to look into the whole I'm a Blissey thing with the e-reader, because if that is a shorter reset and encounter than trying to do one in the Coliseum, then I might just do that instead. Also, I'm sure buying the Coliseum bonus disc would cost me a lot of money, and maybe that's not something I want to be spending money on at the moment. We'll see. Ooh, yeah. Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I don't know all this stuff. You know, if I was actually close to needing to do Shiny Jirachi, I would have this a lot more figured out and planned. Yeah, no, I am a long ways away from having to do a lot of the more intricate shiny hunts, for certain. Right now, yeah, we have the bare minimum like easy hunts to get out of the way right now. You know, we have starter resets and legendaries and breeding and just, you know, the more basic things. The complicated hunts will be handled at some point for later me to figure out. Right now, we just we got this dandy little thing going. Which, I mean, it's kind of a good thing there's so many shiny Pokemon to need to be obtained, and most of them are pretty straightforward on how to get, because I am procrastinating, and not really procrastinating. I just keep forgetting to work on my spreadsheet. Like, I just started working on it again the other day, and by working on it, I mean I started importing shiny sprites into the spreadsheet, because I find it's easier to organize when I actually have like the physical sprite on the screen that I can see, as opposed to just like a line of text. So I think I'm at generation 3 Pokemon or something like that for the shiny sprites. So I got a ways to go in order to get that spreadsheet all figured out, but I also have plenty of time to work on it. I think the biggest reason I need to get the spreadsheet figured out is not so much for the shiny hunting, it's for completing the national decks in this game so I can get the shiny charm. Because I need to figure out the most like efficient way to just get the national decks in this game. Because that'll probably honestly be the biggest time consuming thing to do before we can really dive into the shiny hunting. Because once we get this Tepig, I mean, I just need to beat the game and get to the post game so we can start breeding, but then I want the shiny charm to make the hunting even quicker, but I need a national dex to do that. So I gotta figure out all the national dex doodad. Really, it's a pretty soon after getting this Tepig, I kind of got to start working on that. Which really at first, oh, Ryder, am I running you over, buddy? Yep. Yeah, there are a small couple of guaranteed shinies that we can rely on to help us a tiny tad bit. Although unfortunately, 3 of the guaranteed shinies that you can get, the Gyarados, the Dratini, and the Gible, I can just use Q-Charm Glitch to get all those cute Charm Glitch. Like I muffled myself there. So I can use that to get those pretty easy anyways. It's really just the Haxorus that's like the really nice free shiny to get. Unfortunately, the other 3 free shinies you can get at this point in the series are all just also easily obtained with the cute Charm Glitch. Yeah, you're telling me. I'm really lucky that I already had a bunch of games before I went into doing all this. Like, I already had Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Platinum, Pearl, Soul Silver, Black, or no, I had White and Black too. So I already had a lot of games. I probably had everything I needed to complete the national dex to begin with. I mean, there might be some random Pokemon out there that I couldn't get without picking up a game. First, I think one that comes to mind is like Stunky. I think Stunky is one of the few Pokemon that I wouldn't have been able to grab. Unless Stunky is in Soul Silver and I don't remember it being in there. But I think Stunky and Glameow are like 2 Pokemon that I needed Pearl and Diamond for to get for the national dex. Really what I got to do is, as soon as we get this shiny Tepig, I've been going back and forth on whether I want to turn this into like a shiny badge quest where we get the Tepig and then we go look for a shiny in like Flossessie Ranch, and then once we get a shiny there, we take on the first gym, and then we go get a shiny in like Burbank Complex, and then we take on the second gym and all that. But that could just take so long. It's like, I just don't know. I just don't know if I truly want to commit to doing a shiny badge quest or just get the shiny Tepig and then blast through this game as quick as possible so I can start working on the national dex so I can get the shiny charm. Shoot, months? That could be years. At the rate this Tepig is going, if all the shiny hunts took this long, I mean, it would take me multiple years to do a shiny badge quest like this. Like, I think the realistic way to do a shiny badge quest in a game like this is on an emulator with multiple variations going with speed up. Like, that's the only way to do this in any sort of timely manner. So I likely won't be doing a shiny badge quest. It's something I've just toyed with though. You know, when we first started this Tepig hunt, I told myself, oh, if I get the Tepig in less than 2,000 encounters, I'll do a shiny badge quest, because why not? But here we are, 5,000 plus encounters later, and yeah, not looking good for a shiny badge quest. I do also hate to say that I've kind of sort of been thinking about also trying to do a Pokemon Crystal Shiny Living Dex, just because I think that it could be really quick, simply because of how easily you can breed. I wouldn't say easily, breeding in Crystal takes forever, like hatching eggs, but I have kind of seen some stuff here there that once you basically get like a shiny Ditto, or really any shiny Pokemon to breed with, like the Gyarados, you can very quickly and efficiently breed out other shinies because of just the way shinies work in Generation 2. Because effectively, whenever you breed a shiny Pokemon in Generation 2, as long as there's like some requirements, if it's a shiny Ditto, then like you don't really have to worry about many of the requirements. If it's like something like the Gyarados, I believe I actually have some picture I found on Reddit saved on my phone. That's like, you have to pass down what's called the shiny gene from the parent down to like I think it has to be a female though. So like if you get a male shiny Gyarados, you have to breed with a Ditto to get a female Magikarp. And then from there you can like breed down the shiny gene, as they call it. And effectively it makes every egg like a 1 in 64 chance of being shiny. Now, obviously, Pokemon that are not breedable or that don't fall into like the certain egg groups that you need, whatchamacallit, then the breeding down the shiny gene, whatever, doesn't work. But I've also seen that there's a pretty quick and there's a pretty easy and surefire way to get a guaranteed shiny Ditto in your game. It's utilizing a past Pokemon game. So you go to the Lake of Rage and catch a shiny Gyarados and give you a free one. And you transfer your shiny Gyarados back in time to a copy of, you know, red, blue, yellow, whatever it is. And then you give your Gyarados like only the move Mimic, I believe. And you get into a battle with a Ditto in like the Pokemon Mansion or whatever, and then you use Mimic on the Ditto, so you will like take its transform or something, or well, I think you use Mimic, it fails because obviously the Ditto hasn't moved yet. The Ditto then transforms into your Gyarados and it only has Mimic, and then you mimic the transform and then it mimics back, and like the interaction somehow makes the Ditto shiny, something like that. And then you can transfer that Ditto back up to Crystal, whatever it is, Generation 2, and it'll be shiny. Because I guess however Generation 1 is coded, the way that interaction back and forth between the Gyarados and the Ditto goes, the Ditto basically copies the stats of the Gyarados, and stats are what determines shininess in Generations 1 and 2. So yeah, you can basically guaranteed get a shiny Ditto out of Generation 1 using the free Generation 2 shiny Gyarados. And then once you have that shiny Ditto in Generation 2, you can breed with everything in Generation 2 that's breedable to make very much more easily attainable shiny Pokemon. And so yeah, I have been tossing around in my head like, how fun would that be to try and do a Generation 2 shiny living dex, because Generation 5 is my favorite generation, but Generation 2 is my second favorite generation and is my OG one. You know, that's the one I started on. So I can't feasibly start another shiny living dex while I'm working on this one, but I would really like to, because yeah, it would just, also I love the way Generation 2 sprites look. I think a lot of Pokemon have bettered shinies in Generation 2. A lot of Pokemon have different shinies in Generation 2, which is pretty cool. Like Charizard is not red and black in Gen 2. It is Barney colored. It is purple and green, which I think is hilarious and cool. That that OG shiny Charizard was not red and black. And then like Blastoise has a different shiny. Instead of being like a light purple or whatever with a green shell, it's It's like gray with a green shell, so it's really cool looking. So yeah, it would be it'd be really sweet to try and work on a Generation 2 Shiny Living Dex, but I just don't see it happening. Not if I want this done in any kind of timely manner. I mean, I could always multitask. I could always try and do both at the same time. I could get Generation 2 Crystal all set up, you know, have the Shiny Ditto, you know, just play through the game, get the Shiny Gyarados, get the Shiny Ditto out of Generation 1, just have everything set up, and then basically turn the Generation 2 Shiny Living Dex into like a little side project that goes on while I do this. Like, would be pretty cool, is like somehow setting up the Game Boy, whatever it is that's running Crystal, to like automatically just move up and down to hatch the eggs, and then like only periodically having to stop to like do something with it, and then going back to doing this and then letting that run on, like, you know. I would not know how to do that, but that'd be pretty cool. Just in the bottom screen of every stream, just like have one copy of Crystal just constantly running, hatching eggs, working on 2 Shiny Living Dexes at a time. Obviously, that's way too way too much. I need to just focus on one thing, which is the story of my life. Is like, I feel like I come up with ideas a lot faster than I can execute them. So I come up with one idea that I'm like really dead set on doing. I'm like, oh, this will be awesome. I want to work on this. And then I pour a whole bunch of time into it. And then I get like, you know, a bunch of like a month or 2 into the project. And I'm like, okay, I still really want to do this. But in the background, I've been thinking of all these other really cool projects that I would also like to do. And my brain's getting a little bit bored of the one I started. And so, you know, then I'm like, well, what if we pivot over to this other project? So that is something I've dealt with my entire life, where I constantly find myself starting something and then wanting to start something new. But hey, I'm 4 months into this and, you know, still chugging along pretty well. So I think I'm doing all right. Which, it does really help that with this Shiny Living Dex, there's a lot of stuff to take into consideration. There's a lot of stuff to plan and work on and do. So that kind of keeps me entertained, you know, setting up certain hunts. Like, they're different projects in themselves. Like, you know, setting up a hunt for the genies as opposed to setting up a hunt for the creation trio, or, you know, the... So whatchamacallit, what is the what are Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre called? The weather trio, is that it? So I guess that is something that keeps me entertained for the Shiny Living Dex, is that there's always something that I'm working on in the background of this, trying to get us prepared for like other hunts. I'm not always the most efficient at doing it, but I try my best. Like right now I have 2 copies of Platinum squared away for hunting the Creation Trio, and I have a copy of Pearl squared away. So if I want to do all 4, well, it's like the Creation Trio and Arceus. So if I want to do all 4 of them at the same time, I need to get Diamond squared away for Dialga. But if I just want to do the Creation Trio and save Arceus for its own thing, I'm pretty well set up on that. It's really just something I gotta figure out and decide on. But really, that's all dependent on this Tepig, you know. If I get the Tepig today, then then I'm just going to do Giratina, Dialga, Palkia. But if this Tepig allows me to continue taking my time, and I eventually do get Dialga set up on Diamond, then we can do Arceus, Giratina, Dialga, Palkia at the same time. But also all that depends on capture cards. Because if I don't have capture cards, then I can only really do 2 DSs at a time. So the moral of the story is I gotta stop being lazy and get some of this stuff squared away. Oh man. Oh goodness. You know what? I have not made a call in a good little while. It's been a minute since I actually made a shiny call, and I'm gonna do it today. It's probably been a solid 1,000+ encounters since the last time I tried to make a call for the shiny. So I'm gonna say here today, I think at 7,373 encounters, we're gonna be getting a shiny Tepig. It's pretty idealistic to say 7,373 is gonna be it, but I'm going for it. Got to bust out the, we're going to bust out the coins and everything. We're going to go full-fledged, full force. I've not done that in a minute. So I think it's high time we bring that tradition back. $73.81. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. Gotta make sure I keep the eye on the prize though. Keep my eye on the ball. Ryder, how you doing down there, buddy? You okay? You just sleeping away? Yeah. He's just down there cuddled up and being a little cutie. I'm guessing Leo went to go get in bed with Emily. Leo really likes, he's a bed puppy. He enjoys his bedtime. Nice, nice. Hopefully you get that Snivy rather quickly. Hopefully you can grab that Snivy and bring some luck over here. Because we certainly need it. What in the world? How did the right DS get so far ahead of the one on the left in terms of the dialogue? I was pressing the buttons at the exact same time, and yet somehow the one on the right ended a solid 5 to 10 seconds before the other one. All right, so we are closing in on 7370. Working ever so closely. I haven't got one. So. I do that way too often. There was probably a solid minute in the last stream where I'm sitting there like staring at my copy of Platinum and Giratina. I'm just like, why? What's going on? Why is nothing happening? And I look down and I'm like, oh, I'm pressing the B button. Like me and Giratina are just sitting there having a stare down in the distortion world for a solid minute. And I'm just sitting here spamming B, just like half paying attention because I'm focused on like the other game that's going on as well. And then I'm like, well, what is happening? And it's like, oh, whoops. Also, sometimes I'm not fully pressing in the button as hard as I could be, because since I have the DSs laying on my desk, I try not to spam the buttons too hard because I don't want to shake everything around. You know, I got a camera on the desk and my face cam. I don't want everything bouncing around constantly, so I try not to spam the buttons too tough, but sometimes that results in, especially the DS on the left, it kind of results in my inputs not going through as quickly. Or as efficiently, I think I should say. Oh man. Oh goodness. Me, oh my. Run Rider over backing up or anything. All right, next encounter is going to be my call. We don't have to wait very long for it. I wouldn't say I intentionally made it really soon, but seeing how close we were to the number 7373, I was like, you know what, I gotta just do it to it, because if I set it out too far down the line, I'll just forget. I will straight up forget. Let's see, what coin am I feeling? Do I want to go with, there's always the handy dandy Dragonite coin. We have our Victini for the victory luck, and then we just have good old Juniper for the professor's professor's insight. Is that the word I'm looking for? Wisdom, intuition, something like that. So we'll okay, which am I feeling? Juniper? Okay. We will go with what's her name? Aurora? What's her first name? Aurelia? Is that her name? Aurelia Juniper? Something like that. Anyways, we got good old Junie here on the coin. I'm gonna say heads is gonna be black 2, tails is gonna be white 2. If I can catch the coin. Okay, so we got heads. That was black 2. Almost forgot for a second. So that means we gotta check you first, since our call was 7373. And you know what? For extra added good luck, we're not only gonna flip the coin, I'm also going to we're gonna rub the shiny Embor card for good luck. So may the shiny Embor here on the front of the mic transfer over through my hand into this DS and give us a Shiny Tepig on encounter number 7373. What do you know? It didn't work. Anything over here? Okay, well that's a no. I tried. You can never say I haven't tried. But now we only got 7 more encounters until we get to the call of 7381. For Fly over here. I inbound, yeah. The only reason I have the patience for this is because I'm streaming. I do not do this in my free time, like outside of streaming. I certainly do not have the patience for that. Then I'm only able to do this because I have people in chat entertaining me by talking to me. If it was just me chilling here, no, I'd get way too bored. But also, welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome. Oh, did not press the button. Yeah, this is my first full odds hunt. I mean, it's well, no, okay, it's not. I've done Soul Silver before. That one was easy enough. Hurts your soul. It's really not that bad. I've gotten pretty used to doing 2 DSs. I've gotten pretty flexible with the hands. The button mashing has become pretty second nature for this. But no, I have done a full odds hunt before with the Soul Silver resets, but resetting for a starter in Soul Silver is so easy, it hardly even feels like a full odds, like tedious hunt. And yeah, that one I was able to just do in the background, while very occasionally, like I was not devoting a whole bunch of time into that. I did try way back in the day doing a Tepig Hunt in regular black and white, but it was just on 1DS, and the resets were so painfully slow, and yeah, I got bored of it really quickly. I think I only made it like 2,000 encounters into it and was like, you know what? I don't need a Shiny Tepig. I'm good. That's understandable. I mean, the longer I get into this hunt, the longer I get into this, I do question why I'm doing a Shiny Living Dex, because yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot to take on. I'm not even at odds yet. That's the thing, though. Like, I'm still a good 700 encounters away from the odds. So once we get to 10K, that's when I'm going to really start to think like, oh, I'm in way too deep on this. This is getting crazy. This is getting absurd. Yeah, I think I'm never going to go to that extent. I will go up to 4 once I get capture cards and wireless receivers. I'm going to upgrade to 4 DSs just to try and make this a tad bit faster. But nah, there's no way I'm going to go beyond that. Like 4 is the maximum. I'm not going to do 16 total consoles at one time. And really the only reason I'm going to do 4 on top of 1, it'll make things faster. There are just some hunts I want to do where I need 4 screens essentially to do it. So like, in order to do Arceus versus Dialga versus Palkia versus Giratina, I need 4 DSs because I need 1 for each of them. Same for like I would kind of like to hunt all 4 of the Regis at one time as well, but well, I mean, that's all up in the air. Oh shoot, I got distracted. Gone Fly Gone. We did not hit your call of 7381. I unfortunately got distracted and did not remember to take my time and make a spectacle out of it. The word I'm trying to look for. Yeah, I definitely need I've tried doing 3 DSs at a time for a reset for this, because I have 3 copies of Black 2, White 2. And yeah, doing 3 at one time is painfully difficult. 2 at one time, infinitely more manageable. And then, but yeah, once I get the whole wireless receiver figured out, then we can expand beyond 2 DSs. Which at this point, the only thing holding me back from figuring that out is Laziness and money. I got you. I feel you. Yeah, certainly doing wild encounter hunts, like unknown is going to have to be one we do wild encounters on. We cannot hunt unknown any other way than just wild encounters. So I will 100% be needing a wireless receiver and 4 copies of games going for that hunt to not be painfully long and boring. Oh, watch out, buddy. I don't want to run you over. Oh, and Leo's back. He came to say hello. He was like, Ryder, can you come hang out with us? I'm bored. Oh. Spamming buttons and I'm not even looking at the screen. My playlist for these streams has gotten so vast at this point. I don't remember putting a Christmas arrangement from Galar Route 1 in this playlist. Like, I don't remember the last time we heard this play. Because it's all on shuffle and there's a good solid 175 songs in the playlist, so some of them just we go a while before in between hearing them. But then ones like this, the Lake Caverns, I swear I hear this all the time. Maybe it just sticks out more and I notice it more than the others, or some of the others. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we are closing on in for 7,400 encounters. That is just crazy. That is just crazy. Like, I mean, if I'm able to go at a good enough pace, well, I guess I'm only doing this 2 days, so no, we're not going to get to odds until probably next week, and that's if I go at a good enough pace. Sometimes I get a little slow moving. We don't end up hitting the pace I would like, or I get distracted. That also happens a lot. I feel like I need to turn my fan off. My hands are getting cold, and when your hands get cold, they get a little stiff. I need them nice and loose so I can press these buttons more efficiently. So I might get up and turn that off. I'm getting a little chilly. Also, I probably need more water. Yeah, I definitely do. Let's see. I'll get through these 2 encounters right here, and then I'll go. It'll be like a 30-second little break. Go grab some water and turn off my fan. Stretch my legs for just a second. I don't know, I might also go put on a hoodie. I'm getting cold. Could just be the fan, but I'm getting a tad bit chilly. It was colder today than a lot of days this week have been. A little more overcast, but all right. I'm gonna go get some more water. and I'll be right back. right. That took a lot longer than I had hoped or expected. The joys of owning dachshunds. There's some adorable little puppies, and they are fiercely lovable and loyal, but man, they are not good at training. They are not good at training whatsoever. Ended up having to take them outside, and then they were not going to the bathroom and just trying to eat crickets. At least Ryder was. Leo was just sitting there. I was like, what are we doing? Leo's just sitting there looking around, and Ryder's chasing bugs around the yard trying to eat them. Oh man. Well, we are back. We are back. We're about to hit 7,400 encounters. We got a ways to go for the night. I don't know about a ways. We got less than an hour left. We'd be going for another 53 minutes, assuming we don't strike it big right here, right now, and grab us a Shiny Tepig. Yeah. Like something underneath where my glasses sit that was bothering me on both sides. That's sorted out. Like, what is going on? I feel like I keep spamming the button and like nothing's happening. I cannot get the A button to press for some reason. It's like can't get my finger whatchamacallit, applying enough pressure. I think it's because I'm using my middle finger. I'm just not, especially now on my left side, I'm just not used to using the middle finger for like any kind of dexterity or I don't know, use. More, you know, pointer fingers, they're easier to like, I don't know, even on the non-dominant left-hand side, they're just easier to use. Man, oh man, what do I gotta do here? What do I gotta do here? Let's see, was I talking about anything before I left? I cannot remember. Had anything going on? Or is it just trying to get these resets out? I do not recall there was anything on my brain. Went out there and just all went out the ears. Man, went outside and now all of a sudden it was like not chilly outside, but it was like a little breezy and like a slight chill. And yeah, and just go outside and immediately get the like congestion going. But I think since we're gonna hit 7,400 right here, I'm gonna be a little superstitious and say, and now I'm losing my voice here towards the end of the stream. Oh, good Lord. Oh man. Gotta love seasons changing and stuff like this. getting you down. Where was I going with that? At 7,400 encounters, which we're about to hit right here, right now, I'm going to be a little superstitious. I'm going to switch our copy of White 2 back over to a copy of Black 2. And we'll finish out the stream with, with 2 copies of Black 2 going in for us. So we'll check you 2 out right here. If I can press the buttons at all, that would be nice. No female Tepigs today. And what do you know? We don't have a shiny, so we'll just reset you and we'll take you and turn you off, replace you with our Japanese copy of Black 2. And keep on trucking. Once we get everything set back up. Get you situated. Yeah, that should be good enough. So we got 2 copies of Black 2 online. Let us see if somehow, some way that brings a little bit of a different juju, different vibe to what we're doing, to our little hunt we got going on here. See if that'll help us attract the shiny. How it'll help, I truly have no idea. I just do things sometimes with the hopes that, you know, the cosmos will align and be like, hey, yo, I got you. Here's the Shiny Tepig. Has not happened yet, but I will not be deterred. I will not lose faith. You gotta do what you gotta do, and hopefully it'll pay off. Do I have any clue what I'm talking about right now? Not one bit. Not one tiny bit. I think this is a new one. I definitely do not remember listening to this all the way through. I think Zane just came out with his Battle Palace remix. Like, the name looks familiar. I'm pretty certain I just added it to the playlist recently. I listened to the first, like, I don't know, 30 seconds or so, and I was like, okay, I like this. This is pretty chill. Actually, we should be here right there. I did not add the resets for the last time. We should be at 7402 now. This is certainly a theme I do not know. I've never really dabbled with the Battle Frontiers in any games all that much. Never really did the Battle Tower in Crystal, never did the Battle Frontier in any capacity really in Emerald. Same for, you know, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, never really messed with those. The only, like, post-game battle facility I really have any kind of experience with is Pokemon World Tournament. I guess did I ever really actually, what's it called in Gen 6? The Battle Maison, something like that. I think I did that a fair bit. It's not, you know, not the same as whatchamacallit, the Battle Frontier. I've done Black Tower, I think I want to say it was, or maybe it was White Tree Hollow. I did that I've done that a little bit a while back playing these games. No, I don't think what's it, the Battle Tree? Is that what's in Sun and Moon and all that? I don't think I ever really did that too much. Yeah, never really dabbled in the post-game battle facilities all too much outside of the Pokemon World Tournament. I've done that one. I wouldn't say extensively. I've not done any of them extensively, but definitely put the most time into the PWT. We actually, I wasn't even intending to do it, but past Thursday when we did our Halloween stream, we ended up adding 12 new Pokemon to the shinies caught counter up there. I had a total of 10 on the list of Pokemon I was trying to find, but then because there were other Pokemon we hadn't caught yet that ended up showing up, I was like, well, I shouldn't pass up on them. You know, they're shinies, they're here, we need them. So we actually, I only ended up getting 4 or 5 of the ones I actually wanted, and then all the rest of them were just randoms that we picked up along the way. Because I got Gengar, I got Sneasel, I got Frostlass, and is that it? Did I only get 3? And I got Duskull as well. So the ones we missed out on, I need to make a like short or something out of that. I failed a Sableye really badly, you know. With the cute charm glitch, yeah, it's like a 1 in 5 chance of getting a shiny, but I just could not for the life of me get a shiny Sableye to show up using the dongle method, as it's called. And I feel like my voice just got randomly really loud there when I said the word call. It was really strange. Anyways. And it's like an 8% encounter in Iron Islands, whatever you call it. The Iron Islands, yeah. Am I thinking Game of Thrones? Anyways, it's like an 8% encounter, and yet I was just not running into any Sableyes. It was taking forever, and then whenever I would run into them, they just wouldn't be shiny. Ended up taking like an hour and a half to find a shiny Sableye after probably 25 shiny Gravelers, 20 shiny Onyxes, maybe 10 shiny Golbats, and then, you know, 2 or 3 shiny Steelix. Finally found a shiny Sableye. Was trying to catch it, and I accidentally clicked freaking run. I was trying to go to the bag to select a Pokeball, and I just clicked run. So that was real great. I had spent the majority of that stream looking for that Sableye and then failed to get it. I was expecting Gengar to be the one to be tough. Gengar's only a 4% encounter in the old Chateau using the method. You know, half as rare as or I guess twice as rare, I should say, as the Sableye. And yet, the first Gengar I found was shiny. And then I failed that one because it used, Curse, cut its HP in half and then killed itself. And then the like immediate next encounter, or like 3 encounters later, another shiny Gengar. Like that. You know, a freaking Sableye was like, yeah, no. Hour and a half later, you'll finally get your shiny. And I'd gotten so used to just clicking run from all the encounters that, and like I'd actually been physically pressing it on the DS, not like moving over and clicking A. So I was like distracted talking, and I was trying to go into the bag to catch it, and I just went down and clicked run instead of bag, and I was like, what the hell did I just do? But yeah, I'm never I tried doing Lunatone with the cute charm glitch because I was like, oh, Lunatone's the moon, you know, Halloween, it fits. I completely forgot Lunatone is genderless, and therefore the cute charm glitch does not work on it. Luckily, I only spent about 5 minutes doing that one until I encountered a Lunatone, realized it was genderless, and was like, what am I doing? I can't do this one for a cute charm glitch hunt, so at least I didn't waste too much time on that. And then I never got to do Absol, which I had on the menu, which that one would have been, Absol would have taken just 10 minutes to go find anyways. You got to go all the way through Mount Coronet to the very peak summit to try and find Absol, so that one probably would have taken forever. And then couldn't do Dusclops, and then I think that in Houndour wasn't able to do Houndour as well. Houndour, I don't know how you're technically supposed to pronounce that. I say Houndour, but I guess Houndour is also applicable. All right, little pig. What do we got? What do we got here? What do you know? Not a shiny. How surprising. Never seen that before. Oh goodness. I like brought my head up to look at the screen after saying never seen that before, and like I just randomly I think I jerked up too fast and I was like, oh god, I'm about to fall over. I'm getting dizzy here. So note to self, no rapid head movements. That'll disorientation is apparently on the menu. Oh, I'm starting to run into that 2-hour wall. That good old 2-hour wall. Starting to hit it. I gotta commend people that do like 24-hour streams or even 8-hour streams. For shoot, 6. I don't think I've ever done 6. I think 4.5 is the longest stream I've ever done. Maybe one of them got to 5 hours. I don't remember, but most days that is too much for me. I do not got the energy reserves for that long of a stream. That sounds brutal. And since me and caffeine do not mix very well, yeah, me trying to run on a super long stream with a bunch of caffeine would not go over the best. Caffeine is not my friend. I feel like the song's been going on forever. This must be like a really extended remix of the Swords of Justice. This is one lasting long. I can do caffeine in very small amounts. Like I can do one like green tea, like a bottle of green tea every 4 or 5 hours. If I do like a bottle of green tea and then within an hour drink like a small can of like, you know, Dr. Pepper, Coke, whatever. Yeah, no. That amount of caffeine immediately, I can just feel my heart racing and it just starts bumping. Years and years back, I was very much into weightlifting and tried doing Bang energy drinks. No, oh no, oh no, no, no. I did those like, I would drink like half of one of those over the course of a day. I wouldn't even drink a whole one over the course of like a 10-hour work shift. I would just sip one for, the whole 10 hours, drink maybe half of it. And even still, probably by lunch, after getting through a quarter of the drink, yeah, just heart pounding. I only did that for like, I don't know, 2 weeks maybe. It was not something that I did super regularly because, yeah, it was not going well. And then I remember I tried doing pre-workout once and was at the gym and literally I could like feel my skin crawling. I was like, nah, I ain't ever doing this again. Like, this is not pleasant. I'm not enjoying this. I did not feel focused or like in the zone. I felt morbid. I felt like I was on something. I felt like I was strung out. Yeah, I definitely could not do that. I think I might have tried one of the, it's that's the whatchamacallit, Sour Patch Kid, where it has like a Sour Patch Kid flavor, the ghost ones. I think my sister used to drink those, and I went over to my parents' house one day and she had one in the fridge. And I forget why, I think I just thought it looked good, so I decided to try it. I don't remember actually having that bad of a reaction to it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it wasn't a non-caffeinated. I don't remember. But I think I remember trying one of those. I don't think it really hit me too badly, though. I do not recall, though. I'm pretty sure it's Ghost. I don't think I've ever tried C4. Actually, I know I've never tried C4. I've never really been an energy drink person. I've done Monster very occasionally over the... Like, I've done Monster. I've drank a Monster very occasionally over the years, but never anything like super often. And then, honestly, I can't recall if I've ever had a Red Bull. And then what else? Yeah, there was the Bang Energy and maybe one of those Ghosts one time. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really done any of the... Omar, what up, what up? We're gonna get it right at odds. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it, but that's still a ways away. That's still over a week's worth of hunting at least. And by a week, I mean like 3 more days. Which will be about a week's time. I might have tried, I think I might have tried the Mountain Dew ones. I might have tried the Mountain Dew one. And yeah, I think I like that one a lot better than the other ones too, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's see, can I... Oh yeah, that was a good one. Oh yeah, there we go. Release the back. Release the popping. Release cracking. The crackening. Oh yeah, the yawns are starting to kick in. Aiden, you better hope that's correct. I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to assume that you are a shiny good luck charm, that whenever you pop in on a stream, shinies do appear, and so yeah, I'm gonna hold you to it. And then if it does in fact happen, if a shiny does in fact appear, I'm not letting you leave. I don't know how. I don't know how the logistics of that work, but we shall keep you around as the good luck token, if that is in fact the case. We certainly need it. Also, welcome to the stream. Thanks for dropping on in. I have tried all the shiny luck tokens I can get my hands on. Now, if that happens, I mean, I'll be happy for you. I'll be happy for you to get that Snivy, but man, not gonna lie, I'd be a tiny bit bummed for myself. Be happy that someone got some luck out of it, but I want it for me. I'm selfish. Selfish. In fact, you know what? I think after these two, we're going to try a Snivy and Oshawott encounter. How about that? I'm feeling a random little sampling of the other 2 starters for a reset. See what we can pull out. Oh, we got a double female encounter. All right, let us see. Can either a shiny, a Snivy is what I wanted to say. Can either a Snivy or an Oshawott pop up as shiny for us right here during our Tepig hunt? That would be my luck to get 7,000, you know, nearly 7,500 encounters deep and not get the shiny that we're shooting for. But shoot, I'll take a shiny nonetheless. So let us see. Do a random one of you two and test our luck here. Nope. No, I do not have a single Generation 5 Pokemon available yet, or caught yet, for the Shiny Living Dex. The only Pokemon we have, I can't which hand I'm doing. The only Pokemon we have up here in this, for this total is anything that can be caught in Platinum. So we have not gotten anything in Generation 5. So I'm gonna test the Snivy first. Not a shiny, but how about our female Oshawott over here? Been calling a female shiny the entire time. Is it this Oshawott? No, it is not. What a shame, what a shame. Oh, you know what I need the Tepig right here. What am I doing? How am I going to get a shiny Tepig if I don't have him hanging out right here with me? Turned him off earlier to get a look at my dogs and forgot to turn him back on. How could I ever hope to grab a shiny Tepig if I don't have my good luck Tepig right here? I think really the only reason I've been calling a female shiny Tepig is because when I did my shiny hunt for the Soul Silver starters, the Chikorita I got that was shiny was a female. So I kind of feel like the female starter encounters are just inherently lucky because they are, you know, it's a rarer chance of getting a female starter than a male. So I feel like that makes them good luck charms. Then you get a female. I don't know why. I feel like it's more likely to be shiny. Not actually more likely, but it feels like it's more likely. You know, it feels that way, and that's what it's all about. It's about the feeling. The feeling you get in your soul. Who cares what the X's or the ones and zeros in the game's code say? It's what you feel in here. I have not yet. Nope. Oh, goodness me. Goodness. I'm probably fine. Yeah, that's fair. That's certainly fair. Superior does give off the whole Snivy line, Superior, Servine. They definitely do give off a more sassy, feminine vibe. Man. Oh, what's going on with my eyes right now? Goodness. Oh, good Lord. I gotta stop. No yawning. No yawning. Yawning is for the weak. I am not weak. It's not even 9 o'clock. Why am I yawning? I'm old. That's why. Old, and I mean, I guess I got up at like 6:30 for work. So I mean, that's kind of early. I mean, I wouldn't say that's like late. I wouldn't say that's late in the day. You know, 6:30 is kind of early. Yeah, that'll do it to you. I swear though, nothing feels quite better though than just kind of napping all day when you are feeling unwell. It's like you don't feel good, but then all the sleep and kind of relaxing is just, and then kind of giving yourself an excuse to not do anything as well. It's not, you're not giving you are not giving yourself an excuse. You have been given an excuse because, you know, it's understandable. Like, okay, you don't feel good, you're not doing as much today. You're just you're resting and relaxing. I think it does good on your brain and your body because you're just chill. You're like, no one expects anything from me. You know, just hanging around all day, relaxing. I think it's a solid feeling while you're not feeling very solid, if that makes any sense. Gotta press the button. Man, oh man, we are just not pulling through on this Tepig, are we? Yeah, I feel you there. I think this week, I mean, I don't know. The next few weeks, I don't know if they're going to be hectic for me, but I was given it's more of a tedious project than anything. That's, you know, those are always the kind of annoying ones. I was given a kind of a long, tedious project to do for work that's going to span the next few weeks. And it's just going to be really time consuming doing a lot of cross-checking between documents. It's a lot of okay, here are the specs and properties for this. How does that compare against this? Got to put it into a spreadsheet or whatever. And it's just going to be really tedious and kind of, yeah, not fun. Wouldn't call it hectic, but I mean, I do have other things I have to do on top of that. But just gonna be a little bit annoying little project to work on. Can I get my fingers in sync to open up both DSs at the same time? All right. Okay, if we're gonna get a shiny, you know, this is a banger theme to get it on. Anything Cynthia related, you know, it's going to hit. But I really like the way this remix goes as well. Oh goodness, eyebrow up here getting real itchy. Good lord. So we're gonna grab a shiny in the next. It's gonna be the next 6 encounters. Those are gonna be the last 6 of the night. We're rolling up on those, that kind of weird timing where it's like I got like 20 minutes left in my, you know, typical stream, but we're only 6 counters away from, you know, 7450, which is a pretty kind of even good area to leave it off on. I don't really like just leaving it off on random numbers here, there, and leaving it on like 7480 would just feel gross to me, you know. I don't know if anyone feels that, but so I like leaving it off on either hundreds or 50s. It's like, you know, we're either going to 7500, which kind of pushing it a little long for the night. So I'm thinking 7450 is a good number to leave us off on. So can we pull something off in the next 4 encounters? Is that even possible? Can we pull off a late game miracle? Some last encounter magic. Grab us a little shiny pig. Nothing would be more pleasantly surprising than winding down a stream thinking that you're failing yet again for the day, and then bam, just comes through and delivers a knockout punch when you're least expecting it. Unfortunately, these two are not those are not the 1-2 knockout punch we were looking for, but hey, maybe exactly on 7450. That would be a pretty nice number to find ourselves with a shiny. I will certainly not complain. Let us see. I think I'm not going to bring out the coins. Not going to not going to bust out a coin for the last encounters here. I think I'm just going to check the Japanese copy first, and then our English copy will be the last check of the night. So let us see. What can we pull off here right at the end? Grab these Pokedexes from... I'm blanking on your name. Bianca. I could not remember her name to save my life. So yeah, we'll check on our Japanese copy right here. See if we do in fact have us a shiny. We do not. How shocking. But exactly on encounter number 7,450, we got a female. We've been calling it all this time. We said we're going to get a female shiny. So can this I blinked out for a second what you were talking. Yeah, I've only interacted with Bianca a few 8,000 some close to times. But can we get just a last encounter look for a shiny Tepig right here at the end with a clean old... I don't know where I'm going. Just give me a shiny, please. How shocking! It's not a shiny. Oh man, oh man. I do not know, but all we can do is continue to persevere and move on, keep moving forward. So on Wednesday, we will be back once again, yet again, looking for the shiny Tepig, and tomorrow night we'll be doing a stream of time for late night bacon. If I had any bacon, I would certainly go grab it. I mean, I got some jerky, but I think it's like steak jerky. It's not pork, so don't really work. Yeah, tomorrow night we'll be back with Emerald Sea Glass. I haven't played that in a minute, so it'd be nice to jump back in on that one. And then haven't decided what I'm going to do on Friday. So as always, thanks so much to everyone that comes on out, supporting the stream, entertaining me while I'm sitting here bashing my head into a wall looking for these shinies. It's always so greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow night.